Why do I love making Manhattans? For me, I think it has to do with just growing up in New York City my entire life. I have such a connection with it. It's a wonderful cocktail to make. It's extremely balanced. You've got the whiskey, the sweet vermouth, the bitters. It's like a dance. It's a love affair. I love drinking them. There's many stories behind the legend of the Manhattan. One of the stories is that it was created at the Manhattan Club for an event that was held by Winston Churchill's mother, Lady Randolph Churchill, for then Governor Tilden of New York, who was actually running for president. Apparently, that's not true. What we've learned since then is that Lady Randolph Churchill couldn't possibly have been there at that time because she was pregnant in Europe with little Winston. There's another story from a bartender who was working at the famous Hoffman House, very, very famous hotel. Tons of celebrities of that day would stay there, people like Wild Bill Cody, Sarah Bernhardt. But Bill Mulhall, who was bartender there, says that that cocktail was created by a man with the last name of Black, who lived somewhere below Houston Street. That's the story that I'll stick to. There's something sort of dark and mysterious. It's kind of matching like the city. The initial Manhattan was made with 3 ounces of whiskey, either rye or bourbon, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, 2 to 3 dashes of Angostura bitters, and then add some ice, give it a good stir, 30 seconds, and add a cherry. And then pour it into a chilled coup. Voila. I think the cherry came after Prohibition. It was used as a flavoring component. Maraschino cherry, what they are now, they're not red like the cherry that we all know from like the 70s, which was basically like a dye, but they're soaked and it's almost like molasses that it's sitting in. And they're dark, sort of burgundy. It's delicious. I think if I was to make one that would be different, I would use 1.5 ounces of rye, 1.5 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, 2 to 3 dashes of Angostura bitters, and then you would take the orange rind with the bitters. You're sort of just gonna wash it. Stir your spirit with ice, and then pour it. What would make that one taste a little bit different? You're gonna get the orange playing in with the spice. It'd be a really nice sort of citrus spice flavor coming through. It is a great drink. I don't know if you can actually make it any better than it is. I think everybody should have a Manhattan at least once in life just to experience it. It's as iconic as the borough it's named after. Manhattan, boom.